Alright, so we had just reached 3,000 subscribers, so I never thought we would reach that. Actually, I kind of knew that we were going to reach it, but, you know, still interesting nonetheless. So, to celebrate the occasion, I'm going to be doing the Q&A and answering some of your questions. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So, these are AV Tom asks, he has 3 questions. He says, his first question is, can you do a remix of the White Star Line Polka March? Not really, because I don't want the channel to solely become a music channel, and plus I'm bad at music. So most likely no. So sorry about that. But who knows, if anything changes, I could probably do it. I don't know. 2, he asks, why do you enjoy Floating Sandbox so much, and how did I get into it? I guess Floating Sandbox sort of resonates with Sinking Simulator, and Sinking Simulator is sort of along with the whole ship community kind of stuff, all ship related, and plus I just really love physics games, and back when Sinking Simulator was around, like when it was popular on the ship community, it was a big deal because for the first time people could actually recreate sinking scenarios with various ships and see what happened, and seeing it just become a thing. It was very interesting to watch it grow, and of course Sinking Simulator died when because not much was being put into it, and the developers were getting bored of working on it, and plus they had stuff to do. So Sinking Simulator ended up getting abandoned, and then eventually Gabriel, he ended up having an interest in Sinking Simulator, and he pretty much rewrote the game from the ground. He pretty much rewrote Sinking Simulator from the ground up, and it was originally going to be a mod of Sinking Simulator, but it became so big and had so much changed in it that it just became its own thing. And that's how I got into Floating Sandbox, was like how I discovered that this was originally Sinking Simulator, but with more stuff added, like it was supposed to be intended to have. So, yeah, there was that. And 3, he says, can you remix Hymn to the Sea, maybe? And he just absolutely loves the remixes. Like I said before, most likely no. Alright, our next question is from the user Beamer Boomer. He has a few questions. His first question is, do I have a girlfriend? I'm looking. His second question is, how did I get into ships? Well, like most people, it was the Titanic, and this picture, which I'm about to pop on the screen, should probably explain it quite well if I'm well into the Titanic. Or at least I was until I realized that there's more ships out there with better stories to tell. Because when you hear everything about the Titanic, it gets pretty old, and you just want to know more stuff outside of just the Titanic and the White Star Line. You want to hear about all these other disasters, like the sinking Lusitania, the salvaging of the SS Subic, Halifax explosion, and maybe Derbyshire, and also the Estonia. Those ships all have unique stories that no one ever goes over, and I believe they deserve a spotlight even more than Titanic, because although these events were much quicker, they are key events into maritime history nonetheless. And so the question is, how you doing? I'm doing alright. Oof, got some gas. I'm doing alright. I've been trying to do this recording for a while, and just now I got the time to record this stuff as of now. And as at the time of recording this, it is about to be 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It is Also, August 10th of 2021 as I'm recording this audio. Outside of that, I've been doing alright. I've been playing Super Mario Galaxy, and also trying to forget about some stuff from the past. Just how I lost a few friends this year, so I'm just trying to recover from that. Only one person died, but the other two, well, they're no longer going to be people I'm going to be talking to, so getting over that has been kind of a challenge, but I'm doing better than I was a couple months ago. So yeah, there's that. Cubic Productions asked, he's got a few questions. His first question is, how did I meet Yamato 30? Well, how did I meet Yamato 30? Well, me and Yamato met when we were, I like to say it was after I made the Lusitania video. After I made the Lusitania video, I realized that there were some problems with the model that I used in that video, and plus I saw his video. It popped into my recommended the day after I uploaded it, of like things people get wrong about the ship, and he pointed out so many interesting details I forgot to put in to my model. I was kind of pissed off that I didn't get the colors corrected, because at the time when I made that video, people were trying to convince me that the funnels on the Lusitania were gray with the black tops, and that the ship, had the details still marked on its hull. After doing further research and from help with Yamato 30, that turns out to not be the case. So I'm going to show those two models on the screen of the before and after of the models used in the video. So you'll see the differences in the passenger livery, and you'll see the differences in the wartime livery. So on the left, you will see the passenger livery, because before people were telling me that it was that the funnels were red, when really they were actually QnA orange. The funnels were not changed orange. The funnels were not changed red until 1950 or 1949. And over on the right is going to be the what was supposed to be the wartime livery, and then at the bottom of it will be the corrected livery of like the date when Lusitania went down. And the next question is, how did I get into ships? Well, like I've answered before, it's Titanic. And he also asked, how's my day been? Well, I've already answered that in the last question. So yeah. Next. Okay, this isn't really much of a question, but it was sort of there. It's by Damer for Life, and he says, make a tutorial on how to spawn 2 ships at once, or how you make big mini ships. I don't know what that last part is, but the first part I can easily explain when I get around to it. But really, it's by putting 2 ships in the same file and dropping them into the same map. It's not that hard, but people make it out as it being hard, but really, it's not. However, you will be getting some lag though, so be aware of that. Marvelous TV asked, so how did you get in touch with Gabriel? Well, if you want the short answer, which I'm going to give you the short answer right about now, I wanted to offer some sort of help, because I've been following the project for a while, and so I offered him some sound effects, and also as a joke, I wanted to add in some new music to the game that isn't just Near My God to Thee over and over and over, which that's how it was before, but now we've got the 3 other songs, which is When the Lusitania Went Down, Song of Autumn, and what was the third one? Oh yeah, Sleeping Sun. Sleeping Sun was put in there as a joke. It was never meant to be taken seriously. We put that song into the game just to mess with people. And then his next question is, when did I really find out about the whole sinking ship community? I mean, in ships in general, I've gotten fascinated in ships since 2007. So it's now 2021. So I'd say it's been about 14 years now. I've been fascinated in ships. It's been very interesting because I first found out about ships when in first grade. I believe my teacher her name was Ms. Wren, if I remember correctly. We read a book in school that was from the Magic Treehouse series, and it was like a Magic Treehouse book of a that took place on the Titanic. And since then, I've been fascinated in the whole story, and then eventually I branched out into other ships. And a few years later, I found out that there's a whole community about it, and yeah, that's where that all came from. Nobody Re says, "Hi, how are you?" I'm good. I'm good. The Richard Empire asked, "Hey, are you the owner of Floating Sailbox?" No, I am not. I am just a content creator that sinks boats because it's funny. So, yeah. And Ship Enthusiast asked, "What phone do I have?" I don't know. I don't really pay attention to what phone I have. That's an Android, that's for sure. It's not an iPhone. I'm not rich. Stupid. Then he asked, "What's your favorite ship in general?" I don't have one specific favorite ship, but there's a few of them that I like to look up. And it's not because they're luxurious, but just the stories behind them are all cool. Which, if I list all the ships in my head, as I can remember, it would take a very long time. But the ones I fell in love with, in a way, would have to be pretty much all of Cunard Line's ships. The entire Cunard fleet is very fascinating. Like the what was it? Mauritania 2 is pretty cool. Queen Elizabeth 2 is also nice. And original Queen Elizabeth is also pretty good. Queen Mary is pretty good despite its rolling issues. And there's a few other ships that I can't really list off the top of my head at the moment. Then his question is, what is your dream city? Well, if I were to have a dream city, I'd just say no bullshit and no politics. And no division, and everyone gets along together. Tyrus R. Jr. asked, could you make a pack with all your ships, please? They are really good. Well, first, thanks for the compliment. And for the question, I do plan on releasing a ship pack of the various creations I've made. And I've got a sheet that I'll pull up right now that shows all the creations that I have made. So, as of right now, these are all the ships that I have ready for the future. So yeah, there's that. And this doesn't even include the variations of some of the liveries that some of these ships had. Some of them are real, some of them are not. Well, most of them are real, but there's a few of fictional ones that are in there. And that about does it. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, thank you for 3,000 subscribers. I didn't think we were gonna grow this quickly within the past year. It's been pretty crazy, really, that it's grown this big, all just from sinking ships. Like, the community can be a bit toxic here and there, but I've learned to put up with it. And it makes people happy, it makes me happy. It's fun to mess around with the game and recreate some of these disasters and try to explain the story of some of these ships. It's very fun to do, so I'm glad you people really like the content, and I will see you guys later. So, see ya.